What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. So today we got our first look at the season 2 update. We're going to go over all the information, the leaks, the announcements, and what we know about this update so far. If you do find the video informative or helpful at any point, consider hitting that like and subscribe button. Also a reminder, next video I will be picking a subscriber to give a free operator bundle to. If you want a chance to win, all you gotta do is comment down below your Activision ID and which operator bundle you want. Anyways, let's jump into it. So looking at the current schedule that we have the Squid Games crossover event that is from now until January 24th, which is going to be around a week, like maybe half a week before we end up getting the brand new update. So it's going to be ending on that Friday, and then following that, the next week on Tuesday, season 2 ends on the 28th, and then that means Wednesday is going to be when season 2 should begin. I'm a little surprised because the last seasonal update that we got was on a Thursday. MW3 did used to do them on Wednesdays, so I think they might be going back to that Wednesday update pattern. Now, the biggest question is, once the Squid Game event ends, what are we going to do for almost an entire week until this update goes live? Well, it looks like Call of Duty's marketing is probably going to begin at that point. They're going to start building up hype, dropping trailers, roadmaps, blog posts, announcements, things like that to prepare you for season 2 and pretty much get the player base active in terms of getting ready for the brand new update. So, quick word from our sponsor, Mitch Cactus. It's a store that can get you the most exclusive operators, help you unlock the Black Ops 6 Mastery camos such as Dark Matter, Abyss, and Nebula. Right now, they're also running a huge Christmas promotion of up to 70% off all orders. They don't use unlock tools or mods, so you know it's 100% legitimate, and they have over 10,000 verified reviews on Trustpilot. You can use code TRIDZO for a 5% discount. The link will be down in the description. This has to be a very big season for multiple reasons. Now, when you take a look here at what Charlie Intel has been posting over the last couple of days, it says Call of Duty on Steam has lost all the players it gained with Black Ops 6's launch over the course of 1 month. 148,000 players for Black Ops 6's launch period in October and November, and then minus 145,000 players during the month of December. So they really messed it up during this month with all the bugs, the issues, and then they went on break. They didn't really push out any consistent updates, and that sort of made players move on, go try other games. And even with PlayStation, it dropped from the number 2 most played game to number 3. So it looks like there's been a major decline in all aspects, and we thought this brand new update that went live a couple days ago was gonna fix the majority of these problems, but then they didn't. So Charlie Intel also posted this. They said no server updates, no anti-cheat fixes, no weapon balancing, ring play still full of hackers, new playlist is broken. The update basically shoved in more microtransactions into the game. What a mess. And then he tweeted at Xbox and said, do you guys care about the state of your biggest franchise? So basically, you get the point. Call of Duty has been messing up pretty badly. Even with the new update that they dropped, they sort of caused a couple of other issues. For example, they intentionally nerfed Black Ops 6 Zombies directed mode. This is something that a lot of players used to love playing to farm their camos and get those headshots. And it looks like they extended the times in rounds and delayed zombie spawn rate, which is resulting in players unable to grind for the camos in that mode. And then alongside that, for the Squid Game mode in Zombies, they force players to exfil at round 10, so you can't necessarily farm and get yourself some XP. Now, the thing is, Call of Duty has been quiet about all of this, but the one thing they've actually addressed is what we talked about yesterday. So if you guys have noticed with the Brightmares bundle in the store, the finishing move was actually updated with the newest update to showcase a completely different finishing move. It used to be the unicorn farting, and now it turned into a completely different unicorn finishing move, and many people started issuing refunds because they said they didn't want to see this brand new finishing move. They paid for the other version. Well, Call of Duty replied, and here's what they said: we're investigating an issue where the preview for the Brightmare bundle finishing move shows an incorrect animation. So they were just indicating that it was a bug and it was a completely separate problem, but the fact that they're very quick to fix and work on things that are store related, but there's problems. For example, in Warzone, 5 weapon attachments are costing 6,000 instead of 2,500 at the buy station, crashing problems, hackers, cheaters. So the first thing you can expect with season 2 is major patch notes, which they already did sort of tease that they're going to be making pretty big changes in terms of the anti-cheat, the server stability, the bug fixes, and things like that. So that's just the first thing to expect. With the brand new season is going to be the launch multiplayer maps. There should be a couple at launch and then a couple more added during Reloaded. The good news is the majority of these maps are all original, so you don't have to worry about getting them spoiled. They're going to be brand new maps that we've never seen before, and we usually have to wait until Call of Duty reveals them. Now, there are the remasters that are actually found in the files. For example, Hacienda was among those maps that was leaked and it ended up actually arriving in an update. We then also have Firing Range, the original version from Black Ops 1. We have Hazard from Black Ops 1. We also have Yemen from Black Ops 2. We have Dig from Black Ops 2. We have WMD from BO1. We also have Fringe. That's also another potential map as well. So these are all maps that we've seen in past Black Ops or Treyarch titles that they're deciding to remaster and bring back, very similar to Hacienda. And because they are remasters, don't expect all of them to be added in one update. They're probably going to add maybe 1 or 2 per update and spread them out throughout the season. So all the ones that I've listed here are probably from now until season 6, and the rest of the maps are going to be all originals. Now, these are not brand new leaks. These are things that we've already spoken about in the past, but we did get a new leak and a first look at season 2 items that were revealed. So this is one of the only season 2 leaks that we got in game and a first look at, and this comes in from, hey, I'm Alex, a leaker. He went ahead and showcased a brand new season 2 operator skin, which apparently he mentions in the file is codenamed Red. So this is the photo that we have of this operator skin. Now this is going to be a skin for buy-in, so it's actually an operator skin variant and not a completely brand new operator. The fact is, it sort of, to me, looks like some sort of a potential crossover, but I can't put my finger on exactly what it is. I tried to search up some sort of images that resemble this, but all I was getting is different types of concepts. So it could be like a knockoff of something, or it could potentially be an unfinished type of bundle, but more than likely it's going to be releasing at some point during season 2. And because he mentions in the files that the name was just Red, I went ahead and made some different color variations. These are concepts, so just what a blue version would look like, a green, a yellow, different color variety. Some people were saying Power Rangers, others were saying it looks sort of like Doom, some were saying that it looks like some things from The Mandalorian. So everyone had their own idea at what this could potentially be, but the fact is, it looks nothing like something that should be in Black Ops, but we see that with the typical bundles, them adding animals and stuff like that. So I'm pretty surprised that this is the first operator skin that they end up showcasing. Now, according to Ghost of Hope as well as Insider Gaming, there are a couple of crossovers that are currently rumored, and they got some sort of insider information from, one of them being Halo, another one being Doom. These are all franchises that Microsoft owns the rights to, so they can literally bring them in at any point. There's no need to negotiate rights, dealing with the legal side of things, trying to get permission to use these crossovers, and more than likely having to share the revenue. Because Microsoft owns these, they can just generate 100% profit from these different crossovers that they decide to bring in, such as Halo and Doom. And this operator skin sort of reminds me of these types of crossovers. Maybe it could be unfinished. They're going to be adding more to it, transforming it and making it look like an actual operator from one of these crossovers, and that could potentially be what's coming in with season 2. Now, another thing is we do have another crossover, and there's even more information in regards to this one, and that is TMNT. The reason why we believe there's going to be a Ninja Turtles collab is many different melee weapons were actually found in the files during a season 1 update, and that consists of the nunchucks, the bow staff, the sais, as well as the katanas. And if you're a fan of the Ninja Turtles, then you already know each character has their own unique weapon, and I just basically listed all of their weapons. And to top it off, there was also a skateboard melee weapon, which also happens to be their #1 way of transportation, and that's what was found in the files. And then there was also an ice pick, which I can't really figure out who that belongs to or if it has anything to do with the crossover, but that was also an additional melee weapon that was found. And then as for the other weapons, these were leaked before season 1 but just never ended up happening. We have the SAR-80 or the SAR-80, the FAL rifle, the 5.7 pistol, the Pellington, the M72 Law launcher. These are all weapons that were found in the files at some point. And I know many of you guys are going to say some of these weapons didn't even exist at the time of Black Ops 6. Well, neither did Squid Games, and neither did these crazy looking operator bundles and Mastercrafts and Ultra skins. So it's very possible we could see at least a couple of these weapons being added. It seems like they could do the same thing they did with MW3, where a lot of the weapons that were in the files were slowly added over time. So they're going to do consistent updates where they add maybe 1 or 2 of these per season, and then they'll have another update where they add more into the files and then pick out a couple of them and then add them in. So that's what it seems like they're going to end up doing. So at any point, maybe you can expect 1 or 2 of these to be added within the battle pass, and then some of them through events. Now, other than that, there's also a couple of modes that were leaked. So according to Semtex Leaks, these are some upcoming modes that have been available in the file since launch but are not yet available. So first off, we have Clash, which comes in from Warzone 1 Caldera. We have Fireteam Incursion, which is from Cold War. Fireteam officially returning. Hijack, which is going to be a brand new mode. Something called More Battles, that's also new. Rogue Rounds new. Sugar Rush new. Tag Trap new. And then also War Games, which is a new mode. Now, at the moment, Gun Game is not mentioned in the files, but according to Semtex Leaks, because it is a Treyarch title, it should be added at some point, maybe in Season 2 or 3. We'll end up seeing that. We do have the Perfect Strike maps for that mode to be added in as well. Now, following that, we also got a couple of other things. For example, Warzone and Zombies are also going to be receiving an update. In terms of Zombies, more than likely not going to happen until the Reloaded update. And the few things that we know about it so far is the Ray Gun Mark II was found in the file, so that could potentially be one of the wonder weapons for the new map. The expected map is the dig site, because they did mention that they were heading towards the excavation site, so potentially that could end up being the map that we're going to end up playing on in terms of the storyline and the main quest. There's also a couple of gobblegums that were leaked, and a couple of these, one of them being called Quacknarog, which is coming in from Black Ops 4 Zombies, and then an unknown Ultra Gobblegum similar to Hidden Power, potentially for your special ability. And then the last one that we know about is Shopping Free. There's probably going to be other additional ones that they're going to be adding. Obviously, there's also going to be the different types of augments, different field upgrades and perks and things like that that they'll be introducing. Now, for the last one that I want to talk about is going to be Warzone. This one, surprisingly, we have almost nothing to go on about. One of the major things that I can say is that they're going to be doing massive updates to Warzone. They're going to be bringing in weapon balance changes. They're going to be fixing servers. They're going to be updating stability. There's a couple of reasons for that. One of them being that we do know Verdansk is expected to be returning. They confirmed that it will be added in spring. So that's going to be around March. We're speculating that during the 5-year anniversary of Warzone is when you can expect to see Verdansk return. So if it doesn't get added towards the end of Season 2, then we can expect to see it during Season 3. In the meantime, though, they have to prepare for that massive hyped map to return. Obviously, the player base is going to skyrocket once that comes back. So in the meantime, if they want to keep that player base and they want these players to continue playing Verdansk even after it drops and they don't leave like they did here in December, then they're going to have to do some pretty massive updates in terms of fixing everything and preparing for that. Now, in the meantime, there's also those other modes that we talked about in terms of like Clash and these types of things that could potentially come in as well. Now, something else that could also come in, this is a complete guess, but I'm going to think maybe like a Rebirth lockdown or an Area 99 lockdown mode. Similar to how they had Vandal lockdown, I'm thinking it's just something that a lot of people like using for at least the camo grinding aspect, or just playing the fact that they can respawn and is a fun type of mode. That could be something they could bring into Area 99 or Rebirth Island, considering these are the 2 maps that are available and Vandal's completely gone, just as a way, and like recycled content for Call of Duty in sort of a way, and that's typically what they like to do. So that's what I'm expecting. But at the moment, this is what we know. There's going to be even more information as we get closer and nearer to Season 2. I'm going to have some follow-up videos where we talk about the Battle Pass, other operator skins that are coming in, and a lot more things just to look forward to. But that's all I got for you guys in this. So thank you guys for tuning in, and hopefully I'll be seeing you guys back on the channel again. Peace.